beautiful people, welcome and welcome back. My name is Deandra. Different scenery because this is recorded after I already made the video. If you saw the first video, I'll link it up somewhere here. I'm currently editing it, and it ran a lot longer than I had anticipated it to, so I had to separate it into parts. So the first part was pretty much the bags that I got so far, which is 9 bags, not 8, and you guys would understand why later on in this video because I forgot about it. So yes, this is the actual bags that I have on my radar that I most likely will be purchasing a good amount of them in the near future, hopefully this year, probably not. And let's get into the video. I'm sorry that took so long, by the way, but what my bag woes are is that, as you guys know, I still have my eyes on more, and I'm just like, I've got 8 already, and this is a great looking bunch. However, the first brand is called Gaia. I've always loved them. I have 3 in my collection, as most of you know, and this year, a little bit of last year as well, but I've been watching them. They came out with some goodies, okay? It first started on Instagram or YouTube. I saw ads, and it was the Mercia bag. I'm gonna have my phone out just to jog my memory on the names of things and so forth, but I believe it was called the Mercia bag. Yes, the Mercia mini shoulder bag. It's the black one with all these beautiful jewels and gems, pearls, beading, and all that stuff mixed in with some chain links all over in there. I love the fact, I'm going to be putting pictures of course, that you can remove the crossbody strap as well, so you can wear it as a clutch, which I am liking that Gaia is starting to incorporate with little things, and they're branching out from clutches to like totes and stuff like that, and also a little bit of like what Judith Lieber does with some unique shapes and everyday life things into bags as well. I'm blanking on what the niche is on that, but yes, they're kind of doing that a little bit. India from Bags and Lifestyle did show us this vase plant clutch that they have out, which is super pretty, but I just don't know how I would be able to incorporate that into my lifestyle besides it being like a display. Okay, but yeah, they are branching out into a lot of different things, but still I feel keeping true to themselves of being unique and different, and not really being influenced from other, you know, companies and bag designs out there. So yes, this bag clutched me from my heartstrings, and it is $798, but it's tiny. But I'm just like, it's leather. It's not leather lined, I believe, but the outside is a lot, okay? So I am inclined to do this, perhaps for my birthday, but I don't know. But it doesn't stop there with Gaia. So another bag that they did is the Akira clutch, and they did it in the natural and also in black. This reminds me so much of the YSL mesh clutch, I think it's called. I don't know the exact name, but it's mesh-like, but it's all metal, and it has a crossbody strap. I saw it on 2 content creators. I believe one has it and the other one wants it as well. And one is Generica Mycia. I hope I did not butcher your name right then and there. And also Monroe Steele. I know for sure Monroe Steele has it. I think she has hers in red. And I always thought it was cute. Very simple, like it will go with a lot of different things, but nothing really clutched my heartstrings to get it, you know. But this one, okay, I love all the textures. Why it reminds me of the YSL clutch is the see-throughness. With it has a little bit of wiring, I believe, in there that is painted the color of the item, whether brown for the natural or black for the black. But you know, I love the little extra external I don't want to call it beading, I don't know what to call it, but you know, it just looks really cool, and I can see that working on many different levels summer wise, right? For the Mercia Mini, they do have it in other colors, but not in the same kind of overall design in terms of with the beading. It will have beads, but the beads are all same color. They have it in a beautiful, like light green, almost lime green kind of color. I love it. They also have it in a white pearl one. The white pearl one looks really nice as well, but I just like the green one. I don't don't think I'm gonna get either of the two unless it goes down on a really nice price tag. I'll snatch it up. What made things worse with Cult Gaia was on Net-a-Porter. If you guys don't know Net-a-Porter, Net-a-Porter is a UK based department store brand. I don't know if they have actual in-store locations or if it's only strictly online, but I love them, and I like the fact that they bring me at least to other brands that you don't really see on this side of the hemisphere. And they had their Soleil, I hope I'm saying that name of the bag correctly, I'll put it down below, but I think it's called the Soleil or Soleil mini bag. But it's different from what you see on the regular Cult Gaia website, okay? They have one that is in all white with crystals, okay? I'm going to try to get a picture for you guys. Hopefully Net-a-Porter still has it. And it has a really wonky looking handle. I guess you say it's structural handle. That's kind of in nowadays. And I like the way how they did it. At first, I feel like you don't get the true beauty of the item until you see them do it in video format, where which I love from Net-a-Porter. It's kind of different from like how other brands like Coach, they will show you what fits inside. They don't do that. What they do instead, they will kind of show you on the person how it just kind of functions, how it coordinates with an outfit, how you see it from afar, how it looks in movement and stuff like that. And sometimes you want to see that with different lighting and so forth. I think it's helpful at least. But yes, that is $598, and I'm slightly upset with myself because Net-a-Porter had a little sale or discount, and it was down to $425, and I was just like, let me see. But right now it's saying low stock, and Net-a-Porter is notorious. They don't really restock at all. They deplete their stock, and that's that. And yeah, because I know I'm not going to wear it that much, I'm saying no, but I really want to say yes. So this is my bag woes, okay? So out of all that I spoke to you about Cult Gaia thus far, the only most likely two that I will get is definitely the Akira clutch, which comes in at $298, which I do think is a little bit much for just straw and basket weave and all that stuff. But I'm telling myself, I shouldn't say I'm telling myself, I really do like the bag. And it's not that far off from how much I've paid for other Cult Gaia clutches in my collection. The only difference is that they have leather in there somewhere, a lot more. This one has none. The next one is the Mercier mini bag, the black one with the different color beading all over adorned it. I think that it's so pretty, so elegant, that it is such a grown and sexy me. That will be in my collection forever. I can see that aging very well in my collection as well. And yeah, the other three that I mentioned is just going to be loving from afar. The only exception is the Selene from Net-a-Porter. If it comes down to like 300, yeah, I may be inclined to pick it up. Next one is Oroton. I have an Oroton bag in my collection as well. I like that bag. I have not worn it, but I love it, and it's not going anywhere. But I feel like I need to do a segment of Oroton. It's an Australian brand, and I feel like they're quite similar to Coach, but has a little top, probably more similar to Tory Burch. Like, I feel like their aesthetic is a little bit more sophisticated. It's a little bit more, they do have an outlet side, they do have a more higher end side, they do clothing and all that stuff. And I feel like their aesthetic kind of leans a little bit between Tory Burch and Coach to me, right? For Australia. And I came across them from Net-a-Porter as well. They have this mica bowler bag that I have been stalking for possibly a year and a half. Okay, so this is a very long bag woe, but I think I'm very close to getting it now. When they first came out with this bag, I liked it in the raffia with the leather, the natural raffia with brown leather, and I wasn't sure about it because of the price tag with the materials, and I'm just like, I don't know. Now I don't want it at all because they came out with this beautiful dark brown color. I really like a lot of the colors, even the olive, it looks really pretty too, but that dark brown, That is a newer color that they came in the last probably 5 months, and it has me in a chokehold. I was on the fence of whether I wanted to get the small versus the mini. Now they are kind of different in size. You can see the difference, especially in the small versus the mini, especially when they model it on a person and so forth like that. You definitely do see the difference, and a part of me is like, Deandra, get the small, because it's only like what, $125 more, probably even less, probably just $100 more, and so you're getting more for your money. But the one that I like the most is the mini size. I think that is perfect for summertime. You can technically wear it all year round. I see more of a summer vibe with it, but I can see myself just willy-nilly going for errands, going to work. I can wear that just the same, you know. But as I said, I try to take stock of what's in my closet. Now I already have this, but if you guys remember, I do have the regular size Coach Rowan satchel in dark brown and black, signature print with black leather. So I was just like, is it going to compete with the Oroton? Yes, because it's like a Boston shape bag to me. I think so. The only thing is that the top handle is fixed. It doesn't flop over, but the crossbody strap is adjustable and removable. I kind of had to have a talk with myself, like, which one would I want more? I said to myself, I don't even want that size. Why am I even thinking about me getting it and competing with another bag that I already love and I like and it suits me quite well? So the mini it is, because that's what I wanted in the first place. Okay. The next bag from Oroton is the Cinder Mini Baguette. Now I think we all can say we love a good baguette, and they had this sage green color that plucked my heartstrings for the longest, and it came down to a good sale and I missed it, and then it was on an archive sale. I decided not to get it when it was on the archive sale, mainly because I got that Brandon Blackwood, oh my gosh, was that this year? I think I may have had to put in another bag in this. There's 9 bags that I did buy that this year. I'm sorry. The Brandon Blackwood, I'll put a picture of it. Why am I blanking on the name of it? I'll put a picture. I got the mint green color Brandon Blackwood bag somewhere here, and they're gonna compete. Yes, one is fully leather and the other one has gold chain strap on it. Fine, but they're gonna compete. They're the same kind of function. So I decided not to get it because although it looks pretty, I really feel like I'm just drawn to it for the color more than anything. Then they came out with new colors. I feel like this is a really good bag for Oroton, so they just keep coming out with different colors and I'm loving it. I like 2 colors. Sadly, one of them is sold out. The one that I love the most, that if it came back in stock right now, I would snatch it up, is the Barn Red color. I feel it's a very weird, interesting color because it's not fully red. It has brown in there. It has like a terracotta brown feel to it, almost Spanish-ish. Does that make sense? It just gives me like that color gives me that Spanish vibe, like. But yes, I love that color so much for that bag, so much. I don't think it would look well with other designs that Oroton has, hence they haven't really done it in other designs, which I thought was very, very astute. But the next bag that is available right now, but the only reason why I have not bought it is because I'm holding out just to see if if Oroton would kindly restock just a little bit, you know, of the Barn Red color. I like the Poppy, another red color, which is a vibrant red color, and I think it would look really good in the summer spring time that we're going into right now. I think that looks so nice. I love the color. It complements the shape of the bag very, very well. And out of this, the number one thing I'm gonna get is that dark brown chocolate, Oroton mini mica or mica, whichever one you say, bowler bag. You may say it's very close to like the the maple from Coach. I disagree. I feel like there's a slight difference in terms of the richness of the color scheme. So yeah, that is definitely coming into my closet, hopefully sometime soon, and that is $325. Okay, I hope you guys are kind of doing the mental math of how much all that I'm talking about is. Okay, because I'm also doing that at the same time when I'm talking to myself, like, that's a $300 price tag, $700, $800 price tag, another price tag. You know, when are you going to do this, Deandra? You know, you already bought this, you know, and I forgot one in all of this, so it's 9 bags, right? We shall see. The next brand that I wanted to talk to you about is MCM. MCM stepped up their game. Okay, I would say a little bit of the ending of last year into this year, I did, to be honest, not really keep in touch with them for a while last year. So probably these items that I'm going to talk to you about was there before and I didn't realize it. They have their own baguette style bag. I'm not a big fan of the traditional MCM logo that they plaster all over the place. But as you can tell, I do have just a couple MCM products. This is one of them. This, as you can see, doesn't have it. And the logo that it has is just one, and the rest of it is just the meat of it is just the leather bag, right? You have a little bit of hardware, but that's about it. And that's pretty much indicative of the other bags that I have on my radar. However, they did a wonderful job with sequins. Okay, I always kind of liked, not fully, but was intrigued with the Fendi baguette sequin bags, whether the nano ones, the regular size ones. It just looked really fun and something that you can incorporate, you know, in different moments in your life. And MCM kind of gave us that. But let's start off with what started off the rabbit hole, which is the MCM Oroton's leather shoulder bag. I hope I'm pronouncing that correct. Okay, the color that I wanted it in was the coconut shell brown, but they also had it in a black, which I also did like as well because I felt like it was giving me Celine vibes. I feel like I really don't need it because I have the Marni bag, right? I don't want to get it, so I'll put up a picture, but the coconut shell brown is what I wanted. It gives me the Spanish brown vibes as well. I don't know what it is, but it doesn't have a red undertone like that barn red. It is brown. Okay, and I love the logo that they have up top. It doesn't say MCM anywhere. And it's beautiful. Okay, I saw it on their website and then it went on sale and I was just like, oh, let me wait a little bit longer, mainly because it went on sale earlier on in the year. And I was like, usually they have a really good sale mid-summer that I always try to profit off of or take advantage of, I should say. And I was like, let me just wait until then, and usually by then it have like 5 or 6 in stock where they really go a little bit lower. So I was like, perhaps I can get it down to like probably almost what I paid for this one, you know, probably like $500 because it was like around $800, $700. It sold out. And lo and behold, I was very upset with myself, and I was dreaming out about the bag and looking at it elsewhere. I saw it on Essence or Satire, I can't remember. I saw it on one of those websites and it wasn't for the same price. I was like, I'm not gonna pay the full price tag as it was before, which was like $1,200, $1,400. And it came up on Nordstrom Rack. I still have not paid the money. It is currently there for $699, and I'm not mad at them. The original price is $1,250, so it's 44% off. I'm again trying to wait it out a little bit to see if it'll go down in price, but once I see it say Low and Soccer only has like 3 left or something like that, I have a great feeling that I will snatch this up because the reviews even on Nordstrom Rack is pretty good. Okay, so I know it'd be a really good bag for me, and yeah, I just think I already wanted it. I don't want to lose out on it again. Yes, but the same kind of style of bag, they have it in sequins, and that you can find on the MCM website because that is still in stock. So the one in sequins that I really want, they have it in 3 colors. No, Am I lying? I think 4 colors. They have it in this brown goldish black color. They have it in this blue silver color, straight silver, and black. Okay, black with silver hardware. And I kind of wanted almost all 4, and now that has narrowed down just to 1 or possibly 2, but the one that I definitely want is the gold with black. It's like a gradient, and as you can see from the picture, it's not fully gold. It has variations of gold, almost leaning towards darker gold to black, and you have the hardware right in front, almost similar to the regular Oroton's Himmel shoulder bag that I showed you in that Spanish, what they call coconut shell brown. I don't know what coconuts they're looking at that looks that color. And yeah, I really do like it. I just want it to go down in price. I am not going to lie. I don't want to pay, I shouldn't say, you know, so like a part of me is like, in comparison to like other places that does sequin bags, which is like the well-known ones like Fendi and so forth, you're paying like $3,000, $4,000 new for it, right? Why am I being so cheap? Well, as I just said, I know MCM goes on sale, so it's just like, why am I gonna pay full price? You know, if I can get this half off, well, yes, whoop-de-doo, I will take it. So I'm playing the waiting game. Hopefully it doesn't bite me in the behind, and hopefully if it does bite me in the behind, I could find it back on Nordstrom Rack you know, at a good steal as well. But yeah, that is another one for MCM. The next one is JW Anderson. Now, I've noticed from my hopping around from different sites, JW Anderson is the most economical on Satire. And I've ordered from Satire before to feel comfortable enough to buy a bag from them, another bag from them, or whatever. On Farfetch, it kind of differs depending on where the boutique that is coming from. It may come close into price tag, but the size that I want, and it is a bucket style tote kind of bag, it is a small, and so it is generally always on Satire around the $300 price tag, which is perfect for me. As I did say, I did have like 2 more items, denim items on my radar that I feel like I'll get to denim purse piece. Let's see if that still remains true, but for right now, that's what it is. And one of them is from JW Anderson, and that is the corner small bucket bag. Now, I'm not going to lie, I really like the design, and I think because I like the design, I like it in a lot of different colors. However, I feel like certain colors would work in my closet, some would not, and I'm also thinking about what I would wear every day, because this kind of style of bucket bag, I will wear it every day, even to work, because it has that capacity. So I'm thinking about it, and the one, I had like 3 that came up on my radar that I really like, and this year they did a new thing that with the metal, or yeah, the hardware detail, they started to do it like a matte coloring, so it blends in with the whole bag and you don't see the hardware. I like it both ways. I like the statement piece that the metal corner hardware piece look gives it, and then I also like it when it kind of blends into the bag as well. I like it in the white, I love it in the blue, and I love it in the denim. I am steering away from the blue because I already have a blue DKNY tote that I love. It works very well, and I wear that to work as well. So I feel that they will compete with each other hard, okay? So on Satire, the white small corner bucket bag is $364.01 and is currently on sale, and the denim one is $368.93. So they're not that far off. So either I may just get one, and then depending on how much I wear it, which I feel like the denim I would wear more, so that's why I should start off with that first, and then I can get the white. Last and not least is Jacquemus. Jacquemus, I've been having a hard time with them for several years, not just a year and a half. This is the longest problem I've had okay, and for a few of the brands that I like. And Jacquemus, I'm happy that I'm kind of trying to settle down with what I want now, mainly because with the hype of them a few years ago, I would have been paying a lot more for them, but I feel like you can get things comfortably around $500-$600, max $800 if you're really wanting that style. But yeah, I feel like they're pretty somewhat affordable, and the style that I want, I don't think I want anything else. Although some of the new styles that they've had are pretty intriguing, it wasn't enough for me. It's the Le Bambino long. I love it. Alana, I don't know if you don't know her channel, I'll put it up. Alana Marie Fashion. She has a quite amount of Jacquemus bags, and I always adore when she brings out her Le Bambino bags, especially the suede ones. I think she only has suede, if memory serves me correct, and she has more than one. She is the person that deterred me from the suede, because that's originally what I wanted. This is another bag that I loved in almost every single color that it brought out in. I even loved the eel versions that they came out with last year, which is still available today. I was like, and I really love eel leather. I haven't felt it, but I love how it looks, and I'm just like, it almost gives me the same vibe as like mock croc, like it gives like a more elevated version of a bag, and I was so tempted to get it in the red color. Long story short, she has deterred me from getting the suede ones, because she did mention of how hard it is to keep it, especially the light colored ones, and I wanted a light beige to keep it clean and pristine, and I don't need a headache. I don't. And to be fair, I do have a beige color Coach Swinger, which I feel it would compete with, but I feel like they give different vibes. One like gives a little bit more classiness, one gives it a little bit more everyday. That's just me, you know? So I was just like, okay, I'm not gonna get that, and I finally narrowed it down. I want it in a beautiful orange color. I saw it on Satire. I saved it. It's no longer there. It's sold out. I'm gonna have to go hunting for it again. But yes, the only good thing about that, I feel like you can get the color you need from Jacquemus, because it comes out from time to time again. So yes, this concludes my bag woes. This seems like it's going to be a really long video. I apologize profusely, but guess what? I am back. I will hopefully edit all the videos I have for you in a timely manner because there's a good amount for you. And yeah, that's it. I hope you guys are doing well wherever you are, and as always, have a good one. Bye.